Hello Internet, welcome to another Photoshop learning episode. In this tutorial we are going to learn content aware scale, very interesting feature in Photoshop. So let us begin. Before we use this tool, let me just tell you a brief idea about what this tool does. For example, I have this image on the screen which is almost of the aspect ratio 4:3. Now if I want to increase the aspect ratio of this image by stretching it, this is going to make the main subject of the image a little weird. So I'm gonna demonstrate how it looks like. For example, if you place this image here, and if I want to further stretch it, like this. Now this, no doubt the image is filled up to fill the entire space and the aspect ratio is what I desire, but the shape of the boat has elongated. The main subject in this image has elongated, which is making it look a little weird. Now what I'll do is I have a blank canvas and I'll import this image once again. And now if I go to edit and if I select content aware scale, now this is going to stretch my main image, but Photoshop is going to take care of the main subject as well. It is not going to elongate the entire image uniformly. It is going to look at the main subject and it is going to make sure that the areas with higher definitions they do not elongate much, and the areas with lesser details are elongated more. Alright, if we compare these two images now, alright, this is the one with content aware scale and this is the one without it. So you can see there is a slight elongation of the boat in the image without the content aware scale. However, if we want the subject to be exactly of the same size and we do not want any kind of stretching in the main object, then what we can do is we can select a portion of the area which is we could select the portion that has lesser number of details, and then we could go to content aware scale and we could stretch that area, and it's a really cool feature. Now what Photoshop has done is Photoshop has just stretched the area that I have specified myself, and I'm keeping the rest of the image to be intact, but this is completely discretionary because at times you may not find an area in the image that you can really stretch that far without losing the information in the image. So this is completely discretionary, as I said before. So now if we compare all the three images, this one has just got the size of the boat right, and the image has become 16 by 9. This one is elongated by Photoshop, but with the content aware scale, and this one was the free transformation tool, and this looks really weird. And this is what Photoshop could maximum utilize its capability to stretch the image, and this is another tweak. So now the image has become of the desired aspect ratio, and you would want to put in some information here, or you would want to make a flyer or a brochure, so you can do that. Now this was case number 1 when we wanted the aspect ratio to be more wider, and now I'll talk about using content aware scale on an image to make an aspect ratio of a square size. Right, I've got 2 images on the screen that I would want to convert to a square shape. The purpose could be anything, like for an Instagram or whatever. Now in the first case, I'm gonna be using this is what we do in normal scaling, and I'll perform this transformation here. And in the second case, I'll be using content aware scale, and if I compress this image now to almost equivalent level, now this is roughly a square, not an exact square. Alright, now if you compare these 2 images, you can see a visible difference, and you could easily appreciate the intelligence Photoshop puts into the content aware scale. Now this part of the image with lesser detail and larger bokeh has gone into compression, which is if you go into a larger zoom area, you might just find it a little awkward, but otherwise it looks just fine to me. But if you look at this looks awful. So that is how you can use the content aware scale to change the aspect ratios of the images to suit your needs. And this was a quick tutorial and an introduction to one of the most amazing features in Photoshop. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and you take care of yourself. Bye bye.